heal it. So I'm wrong. I've seen it before. I know. There's always something again. I know what I'll get, but I keep coming back. I have 100,000 tiny incurable fears plaguing me, and they're all on my head. Yet I persist with no answers. And then I will. No answers.
Okay, look, it's not that complicated, and I wasn't really even thinking when I decided to shave my head bald. But at the same time, probably calls for some sort of emotionally convoluted explanation. At least for you guys. So when I was really young, my aunt would get me to clear my head. Unlike most people, she actually meant it. PSLE exams, bald. O-level exams, bald. I usually only shaved when things were getting stressful, and it's a bit like taking a minuscule weight off my shoulders, or I suppose in this case, my scalp. Recently, I have been feeling very overwhelmed. I suppose graduating and being thrown straight into adult life sort of does that to a person. The amount of work that I was able to push out in 6 months while I was studying was actually quite terrifying. Then I remember if I wanted that kind of pain, I would need to down 6 cans of Monster and a mouthful of coffee powder every day. I am 100% sure I have some sort of permanent damage to my body that I'm not even aware of. So this goes out to all students. So instead of adding more, please just take a step back. It would do your body so much good instead of adding more caffeine. So I did what I knew best. 2 years of hair growth, thousands of hairs, gone instantly. But going bald every time a minor inconvenience rolls around isn't the most sustainable solution. So how can I find peace in a stressful world in one of the world's busiest cities? I suppose we're just gonna have to go into the heart of it. All things that can be explained can be used to benefit mankind. A philosophy that, though not entirely accurate, definitely has influenced scientific breakthroughs in modern medicine and technology. Well, I'll be putting that to the test, but not with any ordinary nerd science. No. Instead, I'm embracing tradition through old school, Chad-coded metaphysical sciences. When it comes to one-stop solutions for all things fuck, you probably wouldn't start with your feet, unless that's what you're into. But what if there's more to our feet than we think? Foot reflexology, the strange foot-obsessed cousin of acupuncture, and the literal stepping stones to opening the pathways of our body. Painfully walking on rocks to heal other pains may seem like a walking contradiction. And you might be asking, how does it even work? Well, you're not alone. It's hard to find an explanation when reflexologists don't seem to agree on it either. But there is one thing that they do agree on. Qi is life. Qi is air. Literally, it translates to air, but also in a metaphorical sense. And according to experts, when your qi gets blocked, stopped, or bricked up, it can stop the body from healing naturally. And my qi has been pretty fucked. Reflexology, acupuncture, and foot fetish alike all believe that the body is covered in tiny little zones. And every zone is connected to different parts of the body. And by targeting these zones, I could theoretically unfuck my qi. What that's supposed to mean, I don't know. But I am about to find out. Some of the things that foot reflexology claims to be able to fix: physical pain of living, disease pain of living, and mental pain of living. And I know for a fact that all three of these things I have no lack of. So this will be a great test to see how effective they really are. Oh my god. You know, it's
It's not as painful as I expected it to be, and neither is it very relaxing as I hoped it would be.
Just like most things that are related to feet, it's not one size fits all. But other than a newfound appreciation for cushioned shoes, I haven't really found a great improvement in my quality of life. It seems as though my constipated chi will need to be left for another wonderful day. It's 5 past, way too early in the morning, and I tried to wake up early so that I could catch the relaxing and serene morning breeze. But then I remembered that this is Singapore and there's no such thing as a relaxing and serene morning breeze. To look at the bright side of things, I'm here at Singapore's very own public onsen, and of course there's nothing more relaxing than dipping your foot into a nice hot bath in the middle of Singapore's sweltering hot sun in front of a military airbase. I feel quite relaxed here even though I am sweating my entire day's worth of water out of my system. There's just something calming about this place. The use of the term of onsen is a bit of a romanticization of the 3 giant dish bowls of hot water that's behind me right now. It's also not terribly far from the truth. Before all of this was here, the hot spring was definitely different. In fact, it was very different. Giant bottling plant and pumping out water under the brand Zombun type of different. But then came Frasers and Neve, also known as FNN, creatively renaming it to Zom with 2 other brands with arguably equally creative names. But this period of water production would come to a halt when the Japanese imperial occupation arrived. And even after the Japanese surrendered, the hot springs was left there untouched, unloved, run down until 20 years later. Recovered by FNN, now with a big fat plot of land, FNN had their eyes set to turn it into a recreational wonderland, complete with restaurants, thermal baths, miniature golf course, even a brand spanking new bottling plant. But it's hard to enjoy a luxurious game of golf when a military airbase is right at your doorstep. Eating away at every bit of land that was left, FNN had to conceive, and their vision for a hot, steamy escape never came. But it being the only hot spring in Singapore, it would have been a shame for it to gone to waste. And the residents of Sembawang were well aware of that, telling the airbase to piss off and effectively turning the hot spring into one of Singapore's most unique national parks. Surprising because before all the new renovations, the hot spring sort of looked like this. But there was one thing that kept people coming back for more, and that was its healing properties, which I would have witnessed, by the way, if there wasn't an unfortunate lack of hot anything anywhere to be seen. And looking at the sky right now, with water droplets falling on me as we speak, I don't think I'll be able to enjoy the hot spring today at all. But then as you go down, as you can see, I could probably put my feet in there. At least I was able to witness the cleaning process, which is probably quite a rare sight for people to see. But now it's a little bit too clean for my liking because there's literally nothing in it. With my feet now aching and not in a hot, relaxing foot bath as I hoped for, I was starting to feel like giving up. With only one last trick up my sleeve, I had no other choice but to have a crack at it. You sort of just leave your eggs inside a bucket under hot running water for about 10 minutes and just hope for the best. But knowing my luck, I might not be even able to cook my eggs before the rain even starts. I'm already burning myself. But I didn't bring a bucket with me, so I'm already messing up. I'm not so sure the durability of Ziploc bags, but I'm eating what's inside the egg and not what's around it.
You don't have a container, how are you going to boil your egg? I need a container.
Three, two, one. So instead I decided to just leave it running under the hot water and just hope that it cooks. This is the best that I'm gonna get for now.
Useless, young man. 3 hours also useless.
Bucketless, dejected and eggless, I admitted defeat. Sembawang Hot Spring Park 1, Jules 0. You know, despite my failed visit to Sembawang Hot Spring Park, there's one thing that I know that at least will give me some level of relaxation and calm.